Okay, so from today onwards, what we are going to do is that I'm from the entire day. Okay, let me start from the beginning. So from today onwards, what I am planning to do is that I'm going to collect my entire day, like what I have studied from the starting of the day to the end day. So in that, what I have done is that I'm going to divide my entire time into three sections. First of like 3 to 4 sections. First of all, I am going to practice 2 to 3 DSA questions daily. 1 to 2 code development questions correlated to the coding. And minimum 1 hour I'm going to give to front end, and minimum 1 hour I'm going to give to back end. And remaining time I'm going to give to the project development so that I will be syncing every day. But from today onwards, in this video, I'm going to share only those topics related to the DSA questions and the development questions, like what I have done through the entire day. So this thing from today onwards till the day I'm not going to be pleased, I'm going to do this thing. So let's see till how much long this thing is going to last. And let's share my screen and let me show you like what I have studied in development and DSA. Okay. So just give me a moment, and this is the DSA list. And okay, so this is the DSA list I have made earlier, and I have tried to solve some of the questions from this. And in similarly, like which question I have solved today, I will tell you. Like mostly, I have today in the morning, I have solved about the string questions. So first one was this string validation questions. Okay, let this question get open. Okay, so let me reset it. The question what it was saying was that like we have given a string of length and an integer of k length. So what we have to do is that we have to from the starting index we have to rotate first k elements. Okay, then left the next element, and again rotate the next element till the value of k remains to the 0. Sorry, till the value of s goes to the 0. So in this, first of all, AB reversed to BA, then CD remained as it is. Okay, remained as it is. So an EF got reversed to FE, and the last element which is less than K, so those elements should remain as it is. So in this, what I have done was that, so first of all, I have taken an array. Like let me show you what I've done. Why was this? So first of all, I have splitted the entire array, and afterwards I have taken a flag from the starting because we have to skip these elements. Like the k plus one element, we have to skip it. So for that, first of all, if we have taken the flag variable as true, and we have iterated through the entire array, and for the kth element which we have to repeat, we have to reverse, we have taken a while loop and we have reversed these elements, and after reversing these elements we have joined it and we have got the desired output. So this was the question of reverse element. And next question what I have done was this: the longest common prefix. Let me see, or let the question get opened and afterwards. Okay. So in this question, what we have to do is that like we are given an array of strings and integers, and inside this we have to take first element, and we have to like generally we have to compare each and every element. So like suppose what we have to do is like, take the first element of this string and compare that how many elements are similar. So starting from this FLO both are similar till W, FLOW. So till this point all are similar, but in this last string it matches to till FL. So the output gets go come as FL. So for this what I have done was that I have taken first element as the reference element and traverse the entire array from first index to the last index. Okay, and in between, like I was checking that whether the index of this is equal to this, and using while loop until we have to traverse like the minimum of these two lengths so that we can get. And again we have taken a min variable, and which is going to point out that if minimum is 0, so this is the early written condition. Like if minimum is 0, like in this case, if nothing is going to match, so we have to return an empty string. So we are going to return an empty string, and we are going to compare minimum of I and j, and we have written the entire substring of this string of the first element. So this was the longest common prefix question, and in development, what I've done is that let me open that page where I was doing. So from for development, I am using this Namaste D dev tool, and most of the questions I have solved in this also. Why it is not showing me a sign in? Okay, let me sign in. Come on, man, gets opened up. Huh. So I have done this today, only the single question I have done, and from tomorrow onwards, I will try to complete two questions daily. So in this, what we have given over here was that, like suppose we are given this object, and there is a path which is associated with this. So what we have to do is that we have to traverse all the elements which are given, all the nodes which are given in this path, and we have to obtain the final output. Okay, so earlier I was thinking this question is very simple, but when I started solving the question, I found some difficulties. Like, let me share what that second example where I was got stuck. Okay, so in this, like, suppose that we have given data. So this is the data I consider as obj, and data to the result, and the first index status, and status first index type. So we have to return as done over here. So but the issue will, what will happen over here is that, like suppose this is string, if we are going to split it over here, so what will we will get data str1 as result 1, status 0, and type. But if we are going to do obj of this thing, it's going to return as undefined. Now to overcome this thing, what we have done is that, what I have done was that, like suppose replace all for the closing bracket, for the closing square bracket, with the empty string, and afterwards what I have done was that replace all with the opening square bracket with the dot notation. So what will happen over here is that, like, all these square notations get converted into the dot notations. And as we know that square notation and square notations, like array is like also an object inside the JavaScript. So with the help of dot notation also we can use it. So what I have done was, so using this low, so as our entire path became, let me write down over here, let new paths was like this. So new path was data dot results dot one dot status dot zero dot type. Okay, so what we are going to do is that, if we are going to split it, and we are going to traverse through this entire object, and we will return this entire output. Now one more key thing that we have to keep in our mind is that, at any point, if our obj becomes 0, we have to do an early return with the undefined, or we have to break that loop. So that's the question, and that's the only logic which was associated with this. So I have tried to complete two DSA questions today and one development question. So that's all from today's side, and from, like, tomorrow again we are going to come and see these questions again. So thank you so much, have a nice day, bye bye.